It happens so quickly. Like, that's one thing nobody talks about. When you go on live, it just happens so instantly. And you have to, like, be ready. Ready. And I didn't know if I was, like, ready. But I guess I have to be ready. Let's see if anybody pops on the live real quick. Yo, I need to be more organized with the lives. But I don't know. Oh, my God. Hey. Hi, guys. Ew. How are you guys? Oh, my God. How did that just jump from like 3 people to like 27 to 14? Hi guys. How are y'all doing? Wait, so technically this is Sunday morning. So good morning. It's Izzy from Harlem. Hola de Puerto Rico. We be waiting for you. Oh, please stop it. Stop trying to gas me up and flex the whole situation. Y'all do not be waiting for me. So please, don't even try to G it up like that. Let's keep it real. Y'all be having y'all lives and y'all be doing stuff. Yo, let me tell you something. I can't wait to finally talk about this. The eyeliner is looking good. Let me show you the truth. This eyeliner is busted, crusted, and disgusted. But we making it rock. And you know what? Honestly, the eyeliner and the red lip is a little too much for me. I feel like I needed to pick one or the other. So that's note for self, you know? Ew. I'm a little bit cold, but like a little bit. Like only a little bit and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I should like, should I drape my blanket a different way? Hold on. Hold on. All right. That's better. It's not that cold in New York. I don't know. It's like weird. At nighttime, it gets a little breezy here. Hola. Yo, that's crazy that people be like, y'all finally made it to my live. I'm like, what y'all mean y'all finally made it? I feel like I always go on live. I feel like that's all I do now is go on live. Yo, that's crazy. So look, I think we got a steady 39 people. Okay, now we jumped up to 41. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start talking about the house of realness. Ew. So, Nomi, where is your bathing suit? Maybe we should put your bathing suit on. I feel like maybe you're giving too much exposed. Oh, so much just happened in that one instant. I don't even want to talk about it. That's what I get for being lazy and not doing it the right way. I was trying to cut corners and everything fell, guys. Everything fell. Thank God I have the cast of realness insured. So let's put Harvey back. Harvey was not even phased. You know what I like about Harvey is that he's fully opposable. And Harvey has really good hands. Like if you look at his hands, he has really good hands. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a sucker for a man who has really good hands. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, big hands. And I'm not saying big hands, big, you know what, because that's not true. But what I'm saying is some nice big hands that could palm a basketball. That's attractive. Oh no. So much just happened, guys. Everything fell, and I feel like I just wanted to put Nomi's bathing suit on because she's a little exposed. Remember, she's in Fireman John's car, and if you remember from yesterday, guys, I told y'all, yo, let me tell you something. I told y'all, I was like, nobody is going to watch this video. That video has the lowest views. I got an email from YouTube saying, girl, this video is not getting the attention your videos normally get. What's going on? And they were sending me like tips and tricks on how to like improve my numbers. And I was like, honestly, I can't believe it. Harvey is very tranquilo. How's Milky Way? Milky Way's outside. All right, guys, are y'all ready for the story? This is Fireman John. So if you guys are not familiar, I have a series with the House of Realness. This is the House of Realness. This is my soap opera so far. You guys have been saying, is there some melanin coming? Yes, there is some new characters coming. Please be patient. Yo, I'll be taking my time with the stories because I'll be doing too many side tangents. And I realized that. And I'm going to be like a little better. So today is strictly House of Realness drama. I will not be talking about any other side story, no matter how juicy they are. That's gonna be hard because I just be like going with the flow. Like I don't really be like planning things. You know what I'm saying? Like I really should start planning things, but I don't be planning things. I just be going off the dome piece. So go to TikTok and tell people to watch your latest video. I give it a minute, Michelle. Let's like this live. All right. So listen. Last where we left off, Fireman John went to the club. He was talking. Nomi just told him that she is trans. Fireman John still does not understand what that fully means, but she was explaining to him, and he has some questions, but he doesn't know how to ask her because he doesn't want to be offensive. They're in his lowrider car. He is driving Nomi home. This is where we left off last in the House of Realness. Just for reference, Christy is back home. She's still pregnant, living in her room that she grew up in with her sister. Harvey, he's off doing his thing. We'll get to him later because things are going to get real. So now Nomi and Fireman John are in the car. Fireman John is like, where you live? And she's like, I'll tell you how to get there. He's like, okay, cool. So she's like, go straight up ahead, this, that, and the 30. She's giving him directions to her house, right? Now, Nomi is not a silly girl. She already had her razor. She already had her brass knuckles. And she had her taser plus her pepper spray. She was strapped in all facets and she was like ready. She's like, Fireman John may be looking cute. He might be nice and tall. Those six packs might be hitting right. But I ain't foolish, and until I know what this man's intentions is, I will be ready to attack if need be because I am about that life. I am from Brownsville, Texas. Don't get this cute face twisted. So she is not about that life, right? So boom. She's in the car. Fireman John is like, so do you have like another job? And she's like, oh. No, this is just what I do for a living. You know, I'm lucky enough that I'm able to create a living for myself. You see, it's not as easy to quote unquote have a normal job when you're a girl like me. And he's like, really? I find that hard to believe. You seem quite outgoing. She's like, you know what's weird is that it feels odd that I can be myself with you, even though I don't know anything about you. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, do you have a girlfriend? Are you with anybody? What brought you to the club? How old are you? What's your story, John? And Fireman John got flustered. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. She's coming at me with the third degree. This is not your average chick, okay? She's not that docile chick that's going to sit there and be like, yes, sir, and be strictly like, I don't know, como pendeja. Like, I'm not going to be like that. Whatever. So she's like, now she's coming at him with the 21 questions. And he's like, yo, I wasn't ready to answer all those questions. And she's like, so why you slipping up on your words? Fireman John had to come up with the lies because, you see, the reason why Fireman John went to that club was because he wanted to figure out once and for all what he was feeling, if it was real or not, because his only experience was Christy. And then when he went to basic training, that kiss with Harvey. And that's all he's known. And now, ever since that kiss with Harvey, his mind is blown. He don't even know anything. He thought that his life was so simple, that he was going to go off into the military, you know, and him and Christy were going to start a family and get married and all of that, you know. They had a plan. And everything is turned upside down and he's confused. So now, here, he meets this woman, Nomi. She, like, ups it up another notch, and she, like, throws this bomb on him that she's trans, and he still doesn't understand what that means, but he doesn't want to offend her, so he doesn't want to ask her any questions. So finally they get to Nomi's house, right? And they've just been having like just basic banter, you know, nothing too intense, nothing too serious, because he's in his head and Nomi's still trying to figure out his intentions. So now they're both in their head, even though they're in the car, right? And honestly, Nomi was feeling a little queasy because Fireman John had one of those low rider cars with the low grills, and it was just obnoxious, and the stick shift, so it was like doing too much. Like, it was doing way too much. So once they get to the house, Fireman John is like, this can't be the last time I see you. I have to know more about you. And she's like, well, I do a show every Friday and Saturday night. You're more than welcome to show up. He's like, can I have your number? And she was like, I'll see you next week, John. And then she got out the car awkwardly because it was a low rider car. So she had to do one of these, like, all right, bye. And then she walked into like this house, but it wasn't her house. And then she waited until Fireman John walked off, and then she walked to her house. And she went about her business, and she went into her house, and she wrote in her journal about the whole experience. And she put question mark at the end of who is Fireman John in her journal entry. And Fireman John drove home. And this is where things get so complicado. Like, yo, let me tell you something. Nomi goes home. She takes a hot bubble bath. She writes in her journal. She does her sort of like closing meditation. She's really trying to focus and center herself because she's had a really hard life, you know? And, you know, she had to work hard to get to where she's at. And that doesn't come with its battle wounds, you know, especially from the part of Texas where she's from, Brownsville. It's not like the easiest place to be. So, whatever. Fireman John goes home. Now, not only is he thinking about Harvey, he's thinking about this woman named Nomi. He can't stop thinking about her. And then on top of that, he gets home. He looks at his phone. He looks at his phone that he had on silent. Guess who he sees? A text message from his pregnant fiance, Christy. Hey, John. How's everything at home? Did you water the plants? He couldn't text her now. It was so late at night. How was he going to explain that? Yo, it was crazy. So you know what Fireman John does? He goes on his phone and he looks up transgendered women on a X-rated site. Yep. He goes on the internet and he looks up X-rated videos about girls like Nomi. Can you believe that? Escanduloso. So you already know what type of night Fireman John had, because once he went down that path, his mind was blown, right? So now he has even more questions. Now he's even more intrigued. And now he's like, what is going on? And now he's questioning everything about himself, and he doesn't understand why he's having these feelings. And yo, it is crazy. How is it that like instantly after he graduates from high school, he bumps into Harvey and then bumps into Nomi while he's engaged to Christy, and everything is just turning upside down? Fireman John, honestly, he doesn't even understand what's going on in his life, right? So with that being said, winds up going to sleep. The next day he wakes up late. Phone calls from Christy, because Christy's like, so he didn't answer my text message, and I don't understand what's going on because it's late in the afternoon and normally he's supposed to da-da-da, whatever the case may be. Christy's calling. Fireman John picks up the phone and he's like, hello? And she's like, oh, so it's nice to know that you're alive. How are you, John? And he's like, oh, Christy, I'm sorry, like I just woke up. And she's like, long night? And he's like, no, it's nothing like that. It's just, I was really, really tired. And she's like, tired? Tired because of everything that went on between us, right? You're thinking about it? Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing, John? Are you preparing for having a child? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're over here, like, what are you talking about? What if I was having the baby, John? Like, what if I was having the baby? And Fireman John is coming at her with, like, I don't even know. Everything is so weird between us. Like, what happened? What happened to us? And she's like, that's exactly what I want to know, John. What happened between us? All right? We sit here, we like to graze behind it, but pills? John, since when? Since when? You know? I understand that my body is changing, but that comes with motherhood. Like, did you expect everything to be peaches and cream? Do you think that things have been easy for me? You have been out there and yeah, I get it. You're going through basic training and all of that, but you don't understand. Like, I've been alone. I've been here on my own while you've been out there living your life. Remember, I had a life before this. I was supposed to join the Olympic team. I thought we were in this together, John, and you have not been there for me. And I'm tired of the excuses. Fireman John is like, yo. Fireman John is like, yo. It's too early for this. It's too early for this. Yo, that bubble was burst. That little fantasy world that Fireman John was living and thinking about these two people, forget about it. That bubble was burst and Christy had it. She had it. She's like, now it's time to snap into reality because you're not acting like the man I used to know. You acting brand new, Fireman John. You is acting brand new. Y ya estoy harta. Let me take a sip of water on that note. Ooh, how are you guys liking the story so far? Because it's getting escandaloso. I need feedback. You know that your interaction and, honestly, you guys have a decision of like how this can go. Oh no, people are on timeout. Why? Why? Why are these people on timeout? What's happening? So Fireman John is like, you know what, Christy? He pulled this out. He said, you know what, Christy? You know what happened between us? You walked out on our relationship. You went to your parents. I haven't turned to my parents. I've stood here in our home that we were supposed to be building together while you went running to your mother and father. So don't talk to me about relationships and all of these questions. You forfeited that when you walked out the door and you walked out of our relationships. And she's like, wow. Wow, John. Wow. You are really reaching. You are really reaching. You know what? I'm going to let you wake up and I guess wash off whatever happened last night because I don't know who this person is. But when you're ready to talk, don't expect me to be there waiting. And she hung up the phone. 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 So now look, boom. Harvey, we haven't really spoken much about him. Now, Harvey always knew that he was not like everybody else. Like, Harvey never even kissed a girl. His first kiss was actually a boy. And him and the boy had like this secret relationship, but they didn't really talk about it because they also grew up in a small town. But he grew up like in Missouri. Let's just say Harvey grew up in Missouri. And, so Harvey always knew he had feeling for men, and things were a little different for him. But at home, he didn't really have like a good relationship with his family. His mother, she had like issues, and then his father was like a drunk and really abusive. So Harvey mostly grew up with his grandmother, right? And people look at Harvey and they would think that he's like this strapping young man and blonde hair, blue eyes, and everything is supposed to be perfect for him. But it isn't. Harvey had a really hard life and a really hard upbringing. And, adding on top of that he was attracted to males. And he knew it had to be a secret because of the small town that he grew up in. It made everything harder for him. So he had a hard life. So when he left basic training, he decided to take the money that he got, through the military so far, and he started to travel in Europe. He went to Amsterdam, he went to London, he went to New Zealand. I don't know. He just went to a lot of places in Europe, right? And he just traveled, honestly. That's exactly what he did. He didn't want to go home, so he started traveling. And during his travels, he started to experience different cultures and just different experiences. And he started to experiment and really explore himself and really come to terms with his sexuality and how he feels about that and what that means in relation to people in his life and whether they were going to accept it or not. Harvey went on this full discovery of finding himself, and he was finally coming to terms with that, and he was living in his truth, and he felt sound in that whole situation, and that was really, really good for him. So that being said, the 6 months break that they give them after they leave basic training was coming to an end. And Harvey needed to come back into the States so that when they get deployed, he would already be in the United States so that it could be a smooth transition for his deployment because, the base was in the U.S. So Harvey remembered in conversations with Fireman John that Fireman John was from Texas. I don't know. If Nomi is from Brownsville, Texas, Fireman John is from, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, what's some small town in Texas that maybe is like, I don't know, whatever, some part of Texas. But let's just say Harvey knew that that's where he was from. So Harvey decided to go to the town next over to where Fireman John was, so that in hopes that he can bump into Fireman John, right? So Harvey now is on a plane going to Texas from Europe. Christy, Fireman John, just had a fight on the phone, and Fireman John is literally smitten with Nomi. So not only is now his brain clouded with Harvey, his brain is clouded with Nomi. Harvey's on a plane heading to Texas where Fireman John lives. Things are getting saucy. Things are getting saucy. And the way things are being set up, the universe is saying there is going to be a bomba and everything is going to explode here. And I'm like, yo, I don't know if y'all ready for all this jelly, but it's about to get real here in the House of Illness. My heart hurts for Christine. Yo, it's like I know where the story is going. So it's like, guys, y'all don't even know because y'all think Christy is docile. Y'all really think Christy is docile and she is like, but yo, don't let Christy mistaken you. She is saucy and she is about to be... Yo, can I show y'all my earrings? I know y'all not going to believe me, but these earrings, literally $1. $1. And I call them my House of Slytherin earrings. $1. It's literally $1. See, sidetracked. Wait, hold on. What's happening? What's the tea about what? I knew you were sidetracked. I don't know what's going on, but okay. So whatever. Now Fireman John has to patch things up with Christy. So what does he do, right? He goes and he orders edible arrangements and he orders flowers and he has it sent with a letter to Christy's house, right? So, okay, I saw a whole bunch of comments. My nails are holding up good. You see? No, I'm going to get... Okay, guys. Let me just talk about this briefly. So the kit comes with like a nail file and a push thing to push your nails. As long as you file your nail really, really good and then you put the glue, they last sort of long. Let her finish her story, please. All right. I'm not going to finish it today because it's long. It gets complicated. So now Fireman John is like, he's like, okay, so he sends the edible arrangements. He sends the flowers to Christy. It shows up at her door. Of course, her father opens up the door and he's like, whatever. Because Christy's dad does not like Fireman John at all. He never liked Fireman John. He honestly never wanted them to be together because he's still disappointed that Christy did not join the USA team, right? So things at home are not good with Christy and her parents. Honestly, Christy is trying to make things work with Fireman John, but she still wants to stand her ground because she feels like things have changed between her and Fireman John, and she knows it, and Fireman John is trying to like paint a picture that it's not a big deal and that his head is just like messed up from basic training. And Christy's like, I don't know, something's not right there, and I feel like you're keeping things from me, and now we got to use pills in the bedroom and this, that, and the third, and I don't know, you're acting brand new. So whatever the case may be, right? So now, Christy and her sister, because mind you, Christy has a sister, right? Who's they're close in age, honestly. They're a year apart, right? So Christy's like, hey sis, I think we should go out to the movies, right? I think we should go out to the movies. And she's like, really? You think we should go out to the movies? This, that, and the third. And she's like, yeah, like, it'll be nice to get out of the house. So this is Christy and her sister now, right? So now Harvey lands in Texas. Harvey lands in Texas. He books a room in the town that they're in the downtown area that's close to the one theater that's in that town. Harvey gets into town, books his room, all of that, and he sees the movie theater from across the street from his room, right? And Harvey's like, I'm jet lagged. This is a cute little small town. It'll be nice to go out for the night. I should get a ticket to the movies. It's right across the street from my room. Christy and her sister are going to the movies this night. So you already know what's happening. You already know what's happening. You already know what's happening. Pa, 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 pa. So now Christy's getting ready to go out this night with her sister. Harvey goes across the street. He gets his ticket. He goes back upstairs so he could take a quick shower because the movie doesn't start yet, right? The movie starts like, let's just say 9:15 at night. Christy goes, she gets ready. Now they're going. Mind you, Christy's not like pregnant, honestly. She's like, probably like going on like maybe 3 months or whatever the case may be. So she's not really showing yet. So she gets all dolled up and this, that, and the third. And now they're all going to the movies, right? So obviously they get there first. Harvey was in the shower. He's running late. He puts on his cologne. He starts smelling good, you know, because Harvey is like a well-groomed man, you know, like he really likes to take care of himself. So he goes and he walks across the street, and the movie had already started at this point. He goes and he gets his popcorn and his soda, and he walks in, and Christy and her sister are in the aisle. And Harvey goes, he walks down the aisle, but goes to the right. Peep, she's like, ooh, let's change them. Christy's sister's like, sis, there's a guy, like an army guy here. And Christy looks over and she sees Harvey and she's like, ooh, yeah. Oh, wow. And now they're both noticing Harvey in the next aisle over. And Harvey looks over and he sees them and he notices Christy. The first thing he notices about Christy is that her bright blue eyes. Like, Christy has some of the biggest blue eyes, honestly, guys. I don't know if y'all see. Ooh. I don't know if y'all see that. But don't she have some of the biggest blue eyes? Ooh. What is going on? Y'all jealous because it's not about y'all? Calm down. Let me fix y'all. But look, she has some of the biggest blue eyes. And then she has like platinum blonde hair, which is like a hard color to maintain. Like, you know, and she's a natural platinum blonde, which is like rare. I don't know if I've ever seen a natural platinum blonde. So, listen. What's happening? I got distracted in the live. What's happening? Prayers to you, baby. I'm sorry, what's happening? Am I not aware of something that's happening in the DMs? Kelly. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Kelly. I'm so sorry. I'm over here talking about the House of Realness drama and I didn't see. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, Kelly. I'm so sorry. I'm over here talking about this nonsense. I know, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm sending out my prayers to everyone. Honestly, we're all... I'm sorry. COVID is still happening. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Her 2-month-old. I'm a teacher. It's coming back. Yeah, people think there's a second wave of it coming. Ugh. Oh no. It feels like it's never gonna end, guys. You know that I don't like going out around here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like going out around here because when the few times that I go out and I walk around, people are not wearing their mask. They are not wearing their mask at all. And the weather is changing. People are getting like you know, coughs and sniffles, and they're not wearing their mask. And I'm like, yo, it's crazy. I have to get out of here. Like, it is getting bad. I have to get out of here. Like, it's scary. It's scary. And then on top of that, with the election, people are getting angry and people are like protesting, not wanting to wear a mask. Like, I was I was in the gas station, right? And you're supposed to wear a mask, right? And this guy came in and the guy was like, "Sir, you're supposed to wear a mask when you go inside places." And he's like, "I have my mask right here." And he's like, "And you're supposed to have it on." And he's like, "That's against the law. You know, that's taking away my civil rights. I don't have to wear a mask if I don't want to. It's all a hoax. This is all fake." This, oh my God, it got so crazy. And then it got like, he got real angry. Look, it's wow. It's bad. It's not good. Like, people do not wear a mask here. It is so bad. It's so bad. Wow, this makes me so sad. Oh no, there's negativity in the life. Guys, oh no. All right. Let's try to push through. Let's finish this little story. Let's finish this little episode. And then we'll continue on another day because I just got a little sad. So listen. Now they're looking at each other. Harvey notices Christy. He sees her platinum blonde hair, her blue eyes. And I mean, Harvey's kissed a girl before while he was in Europe. Honestly, Harvey had a lot of experiences when he was in Europe. And there's a character coming to the House of Realness that you guys will not expect. Okay? Let's just say Harvey has experienced some things in his travel. And let's just say that he went from having his first kiss with a boy and it's turned into some really saucy like stories with Harvey. So there's another side story coming with Harvey that is going to introduce another character into the House of Realness. So wait out for that. So Harvey, let's just say Harvey has been with the woman before. So he looks at Christy, he notices her big blue eyes, her platinum blonde hair, and he's like, she's pretty. Okay. And he noticed her noticing him, and they exchange this glance, and they kind of like evert eyes and they look away and they start looking at the screen. And Christy's sister's like, "Sis, did you see the way he was looking at you?" Guys, please, let's just, oh no. Guys, look, let's just be cool No. No. Okay, listen. No, it gets... Okay, so listen. It gets complicated. It gets complicated. It gets complicated. Ugh. Harvey kind of has a relationship overseas. Oh my God, you don't even understand. Like, Harvey is escanduloso. Like, y'all don't even... Okay, there's three other characters that are coming next in the House of Realness. And then there's like one more character coming that is going to complicate this situation. And then something weird is happening here, right here. And something weird is going to happen to her. And this is just going to get all crazy. So, ooh, I don't even know. Like, just stay tuned. This live is already 41 minutes. Guys, what's happening with the moderators and things? Like, no, that's Milky Way. It's Milky Way. Look, it's not, it's Milky Way. That's all that is. It's just Milky Way. All right, guys. So listen, this is where I'm going to leave the story. Harvey and Christy are in the movie. They're hyper aware of each other. Fireman John is still thinking about Nomi. Nomi's thinking about Fireman John. So this is where we're leaving it, okay? And there's 3 new characters on this side that's complicating the situation, but not really complicating. Guys, please stop fighting. All right, we're done. We're done. We're not going to... I see too much going on in the comments. So we're going to end this on a positive note. Until next time, bendiciones, mi amores. Please be kind. Just let's all love each other. The world is already negative enough as it is, and there's so much going on. We don't need to add on top of it. We're here to have fun and just let loose and have a good time and share fake drama. We don't need real drama in our lives. So